transaction control. What is the purpose of transaction control language? Okay. Now, and these commands, how it will be used in our Oracle database. Okay. Now, let you see now. Basically, transaction is nothing but to do some operation, guys. Here. Okay. Basically, transaction is nothing but to do some operation. Okay. To do some operation. So, like inputting data, updating data, deleting data, creating, alter, drop. So these are all are called as operations. So whatever the operations we are performing on your database or over database, that every operation in database terminology we called as a transaction. So we called as a transaction. Okay. Now? So like this, in our database, we are performing DDL operations. We are performing DML operations, or we are performing. But these operations, when we perform on database, okay, how these operations are working. Suppose one DDL operation, when I perform on Oracle database, how those operations are working internally. In the same time, one DML operation, if I want to perform over database, so how those things are, that means the DML operations are working internally. So these operations, whatever it was there, so those operations, we need to control. Okay, we need to control. Okay, by using of a TCL language command. Okay, how it means. For example, let us see. So suppose I'm connecting with my user. Right. And now let me see, guys. Here. First of all, observe. We are creating one table. Okay. Now I'm creating one sample table with the create command. And create command is DDL command that already we know. So it's one of the DDL operation. So that operation I'm going to perform here, create. So table. The table name is branch. Branch code, integer. So branch name, worker 2 of some size, and branch location. Okay, worker 2 of some size. So this is my table. And this table we are creating with the help of what now? Okay, create a command. But we know that, guys, here, create command is DDL operation. Okay, so this command comes under DDL category and DDL operation. So this operation I'm going to perform. That means by using of create command, we are creating a new table in our database. So that means it will be do some operation now. Create command is also doing some operation. What is the operation here? Creating table. So creating table is one operation, right? Now, so by using create command, we can create a table in our database. So that means internally, create command is also perform some operation, that is creating a new object or a new table into database. Fine. Now, after created this, okay, after created this, so now suppose when I'm going to executing this query, what it was happened, you can see I executed now. So whatever the table is created, okay, guys, tell me, this table is temporarily created or permanently created, this table? Is it temporary or permanent? What do you think about that? Is it permanent table or temporary table? So table is created by using of create command. Create command is one of the DDL operation. And with the help of this command, whatever we create a table, so is it permanent or temporary? Let me see. This table is permanently created or temporarily created. Let me see. So after created this table, okay, after created this table, so I just call it now. I'm just, I want to see this table information. Select the chart from, okay, the tab list I want to see. So in the tab list, there's so many tables, and one of my table branch. So table is successfully created. And whatever the table we created branch, the table is showing in my tab list. Okay, now, fine. Okay. After showing this table, that means whatever the table was there in the tab list, okay, in my database tab list. Okay, fine. Now I just go to, I'm going to close my Oracle connectivity now. I just close it now. So that means my Oracle database connection. So I will suddenly close it, or else I'm just disconnecting from my Oracle. So after disconnected, again, you come back here and to open your database again. And same, okay, whatever the user we connected now. Okay, so now we connected here, fine. After connected, now let me call your tab list. Okay, so now see what I did here. I created a table. Okay, now I created a table, and after created table, okay, I'm going to disconnecting from my Oracle connectivity. After disconnected, again I'm going to connecting to my Oracle database, and now I can see. Okay, now I can see. So my table is there in the database or not? What you expected, guys? now your table is there in database or not? So branch table was there or not? What is your guessing? Okay. Let me see what it was happened. Let me see. So now, yes, your table is there. So your branch table is there in your database. There means, now tell, is it permanent or temporary? Tell me, now your table is permanently created or temporarily created? Yes, permanently created. So that means what you understand, guys, here, create command is permanently executed or temporarily executed. What do you understand? Permanently executed. But who was executed your query? I'm just writing. But that query permanently execution. Okay, the query permanent execution was done by who was done your query permanently executed? Not a user. User is not done. I'm just writing my query. I am writing my query, and the query request I submitted to my system. I submitted to my database server. Okay, now just I'm writing a query. The query request I'm submitting to my database server. Yes or no? So that means that request is going to database, is going to be database server, or is going to be system. And that query permanently who was executed means your system is executed. User is not executed. User just sending request. I'm just sending a create command request to my server. Then what it was going to get? So your server is going to be committed. Your server is going to be committed your create command internally. That's why this create command is permanently executed. But this command who was permanently executed means your system is executed. User is not involved here. User just sending a request, and that query request is committed by your system. So that means what you understand, guys, here, DDL commands. So DDL commands, whatever it was there. So DDL commands are committed by, that means commit means what now? Permanently executed. Commit means your operation is successfully or permanently done. That is called a commit. So that means the DDL operations internally, who was committed means your system is committed. That means DDL operations, sir, user no need to commit. User no need to commit because those operations are automatically committed by system. Okay, na? So this is one type of operations in our database. So whenever we are working on this type of operations, so we don't have any problem because I'm sending my request, my system will taking that request, my system is committed that request and permanently executed my request and giving some result. Okay, this is fine. Now table is created. So table still it was there in the database. So that means this is a permanent storage. This table was having under database memory. And we already know that database memory is called as a permanent memory. Yes or no? So my table is also permanent storage. Fine. So into this table. So this is my table now. Yes. Into this table. Okay. Present, there is no rows in my table. Present, there is no rows in my table. So if I'm going to insert into branch table, insert into branch values. Now, branch code 1021, branch name SBI, branch location is HYD. So now I'm inserting some data into my branch table. But here, which command we are using, guys, here? Insert command. Insert command, we knows that it is one of the DML operation. It's not a DDL. It is a DML operation. So user is performing one DML operation. User is performing one DML operation on your table. Okay. So by using of this insert query request, I am sending some data. Okay. I am storing some data into my table. Okay. Into my database table. Okay. So what happened here also same thing. I was written my query and the query I just submitted. Same as usual. Create command, how you return, how you submit it to your server. Same to same. Insert is also one request. And this query request is written by programmer and submitted. That means sending to our server. Okay, but server, what it will do internally, this insert operation, which was sending by user to my system or server, then your system or server will take this request or not. And suppose if it is taking a request, then this request is a permanently executed or not. That I want to check. Okay. Suppose I insert it. Okay. The insertion table, that means insertion data into table, it will be there. Okay. It was showing some data into my table structure. That's fine. Suddenly, that here also same thing. After insert some data, now I'm just going to close my application. That means my Oracle, I disconnected. Okay, so how I created a table. After creation table, we are disconnecting our Oracle, right? Same as what I did now. I inserted some data into my table. And after inserted data into table, now I'm going to disconnecting from my Oracle. Okay, so same thing I was did, right? How I did in my DDL operations, same thing I was done by your DML operations also. Okay, let me see, guys. Let me see, guys. Again, same as usual. I'm connecting with my user. Okay, fine. Now I'm asking, okay, let you come back. Select star from, I'm calling branch. So I'm calling my table branch. Now tell me guys, into this table, that means or in table, in this table, your data is there or not there? What is your expectation? Your data is there in your table or not there? Okay. Okay, fine. Let me see. I want to check it here. Data is not there. But guys, tell me, I was inserted one record now. I was inserted one record now. Yes or no? Yeah, we inserted. But after inserted, what I did, I just go to close my application. That means I'm closing my I'm closing my Oracle database connection. But after reconnecting again, I want to check my data into table. What it was showing? No rows are selected. But the same thing when I did a create command, with the help of a create command, we're creating a table successfully. And the table will be storing into database memory. And after I disconnected, again I reconnected to my database. Again, if I want to see my table is there. My table is there. So that means what you understand? Our DDL operations are permanent operations. That's why those commands, whenever you want to perform, or those command requests, whenever you want to sending to your server, so those commands are committed by system automatically. So that's why those are permanent. But the same thing insert command also I did. The same procedure I followed here. Okay, same procedure I followed. Okay, I inserted and I disconnected. Again, I reconnected. But when I see my table data, the data is not showing here. That means now tell me guys here, your insert command is a permanently happened or insert command is temporarily inserted? What happened? So what do you think about it? Your insert command is permanent or temporary? Yes, insert command is the temporarily performed. So that means whatever we are sending request, insert query request to my server, then what happened? My query request is not committed by system. Is not committed by system. Okay, so that's why our data is not there. Our data is not there. So by seeing of these two scenarios, by seeing of these two operations, now what you understand, guys, here, observe. As per this scenario, okay, let me write here. Okay, the transaction commands are three types. That means your TCL commands are three types. One is commit, one is rollback, and one is save point. Okay, now? In these three commands, first command is commit. Actually, what is commit? Commit is a command, and this command is used. This command is used to make a transaction. To make a transaction. is permanent. To make a transaction is permanent. Understand na? So that is what we called as a commit. And this commit transactions are, again, two types of transactions are there. Again, two types. First one is called as a implicit transactions. Implicit commit transactions is one thing. Second one is called as a explicit commit transactions. Implicit and explicit. Implicit commit transaction means what? It means that these transactions are committed by, who is this? System by default. Okay, now? So these transactions are committed by system. Okay, now? That is what. So, and what is the example of implicit commit transaction means? Your DDL commands. So DDL commands are completely implicit commit transactions. That means when we perform a DDL operations, when you perform a DDL operation over database, those operations are user no need to commit by explicitly. That means the user no need to take any responsibility here. Because of reason, these commands are automatically committed by systems. Understanding now? Automatically committed by systems. So that's why we don't want to do anything here as a programmer. Just we are sending our request and the request will be committed by the system. Okay. But where has come to explicit transactions. Explicit transaction means what? It means that these transactions are committed by not a system, committed by who? User. Committed by who? User. So that means explicit commit transactions are compulsory. The programmer or user should commit it. Otherwise, those operations are temporarily performed. Those operations are temporarily performed. Okay. So now what it was happen? User want to commit. And which type of operations are called a explicit commit operations means DML operations. That is called a DML commands. That is called a DML command. So DML commands are committed by user, compulsory. If you are not committed DML operations, then every DML operation is internally performed. In which way means temporarily performed. That means whatever we inserted the data by using insert command, the data temporarily stored. So temporarily stored means where it will be stored? Your instance memory. So can you remember, guys, here in my early classes, we was discussed the client server architecture. We was discussed. Can you remember anybody? I explained also a complete diagram. Also, I explained here. So in this diagram, we clearly said that instance memory, database memory. So whenever we are inserting the data, okay, whenever we are inserting the data, now tell me inserted data, first of all, it will be stored. It will be storing instance memory or directly database memory. Come on, guys. Where it will be stored first, our inserting data? Yes. So we said already in my first explanation I was given. When we are inserting the inserted data is storing under temporary memory. That is called a instance memory. That is called a RAM memory. That's called a RAM memory. Okay. And this is a temporary storage of data. Whenever I want to move into database memory, here one command I'm using. Which command, guys? Which command I said? Whenever you want to transfer your data from instance memory to database memory, that means temporary storage to permanent storage, there is one command we need to use. Which command I said? Yes, commit command. Yes, commit command. So I think you remember this was at the starting early introduction part only I was discussed. So that is the reason, guys, same thing, what it was happening. Whatever we inserted the data into table, this data first, it will be stored under instance memory. Storing under instance memory. So that means whatever I inserted, 1021 SBI Hyderabad, okay, whatever the data I inserted, the data, where it was instance memory. So your data is there under instance memory, under RAM location. Then what I did, I was disconnecting from my server. What I did, I was disconnecting from my Oracle database. So that's why what happened, whatever the data was there under instance memory, the data was collapsed. Understanding my point now? The data was collapsed because the data you are not committed. The data you are not sending to your database memory. Your data still instance memory. So your data still instance memory. At that point of time, are you disconnecting from your Oracle? Are you disconnecting from your Oracle? Then what happened? Whatever the data was there under temporary memory, so the data is collapsed. The data is destroyed. The data is dropping. So that's why after reconnecting to my database, and whenever I'm calling select the star from branch means, what it was happened? Your data is not showing. Your data is not showing because of reason, your data is not under database. Your data where it is, instance memory. Okay, na? So that means what do you understand, guys, here? Like this, every DML operation, when you inserting, temporarily inserted. When you are updating, temporarily updated. When you are deleting, temporarily deleting your data. Okay, now because these are all temporary operations. So these are temporary DML operations. Whenever we want to make it as a permanent, whenever we want to make it as a permanent, then which command I have to use? Commit command. Which command I want to use? Commit command. So that's why commit command, what we said, this command is used to make a transaction is permanent. Understand na? This command is used by user to making our transactions are permanently. For that purpose, you have to use. Okay, na? Point is clear now? So finally, what you say? Implicit transactions, explicit transactions. Implicit transactions are committed by system by default or automatically. And these are the DDL commands are the best examples of implicit commit because these operations are user no need to commit. The commitment will take by system automatically. Okay. But whereas come to explicit commits are committed by user only. Okay. By user only. And DML commands are not a permanent commands. And DML commands are not committed by system. Okay. So that's so that user has to commit. If user has to commit, then only your DML operations are permanently performed. Otherwise, temporarily performed here. Okay, now the concept clear now? Now you can come out here. Come out here. Now this time, what I am doing here, again I am inserting now. Carefully observe. Insert into branch, sending values 1021 SBI HYD. Now I'm sending. So now I execute it. Now tell me, guys, now this data, where it is now? Your data, where it is now? Your data under, now whatever I inserted, that inserted data, where it is now? Your instance memory or your database memory? Yes, your data, where it is now means under instance memory. Under instance memory. Okay. Now that instance memory data, I want to store into database memory. I want to store into database memory. So then what we want to do, sir? Come on, what we want to do now? If I want to store this data permanent storage, what we want to do? Yes, we need to commit. So now I'm committing. Now, by using of commit command, programmer or user is committed now. Yes, committed. Now tell me. Now I committed now. Now I committed. Now tell me. Committed. Committed means now your data where it is now. After commit your data where it is now. Come on, by seeing of this diagram, tell it. By seeing of this diagram, tell it. After committed, your data where it is now. Yeah, in database memory. Database memory is a temporary or permanent? It is a permanent. Okay, fine. Let you come out. Let me come out. Okay, I just committed. After committed, as usual, I'm closing my Oracle connectivity. I closed my Oracle connectivity, right? I closed here. So there is no Oracle connectivity. I closed it. After closing my Oracle connection, again, I have to go to reconnect now. Again, same as usual, my user spot. Okay, Tiger. Okay, fine. Now tell me, now I'm calling my table. Select the star. The table name is branch. Tell me, guys, now your data was there or not there? Yes, now your data successfully or permanently stored. Now see, your data is there in the table. Come on, guys. Now your data was there in the table. Yes. Yes. Okay, now. So that means what you want to say? DML operations are conclusion. Conclusion is what? DML operations are temporary operations. When user perform any DML operation on a table, those operations are temporarily performing. So those operations, when we want to make it as a permanent operations, then compulsory user has to use a command, and that command is called as a commit. That command is called as a commit. Same to same, whenever you want to do update branch set. So branch location is equals to, suppose I'm passing Pune. So where branch code is equal to 1021. Okay. Branch location now. Code. So branch code is equal to 1021. So this is updated. This is updated into my branch. Okay. But tell me, this Pune, whatever it was showing to me, this is permanent updation or temporarily showing? temporarily. Temporarily means Pune is having under having under instance memory. Your Hyderabad is there under database memory. Okay, now this Pune we need to permanently replace in place of Hyderabad. What we need to use as here commit. Then it is permanently updated in your table. Then it is permanently updated in your table. Okay, cool. Same as now I want to delete. Delete branch where B code is equal to 1021. What I did here, I deleted. But this is temporarily deleted or permanently deleted? Temporarily deleted. Okay, na? So now when I come back and see my table, okay, so there is no rows I'm showing in my table because data deleted. But this data is temporarily deleted. Temporarily deleted means what it means? Are you deleted data from database memory? And the data, whatever we deleted from database memory, the data storing under where it is? Instance memory. Storing where it is? Instance memory. So whenever your data is deleted from database and storing under instance, up to how much, okay, the time are you storing your data into instance? Up to that much time, we call our data is temporary. Okay, now, so what I did here, I deleted, but deleted, this is which operation? Delete operation. Delete operation, temporary. So that means your data temporarily deleted. Okay, so temporarily deleted. That means deleted data from database, but where it will be storing? Under instance memory. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to closing my application. Oracle is closed, but remember I didn't commit it, but I just close it. What happened? You can see. Now, tell me guys here, my data is there in the table or not there? What is your guessing? Because I deleted already. I deleted my data, right? But I'm not committed. I'm not committed. Just I disconnected my Oracle connectivity. Without commit, I disconnected my Oracle connectivity. What is the app? You can see. Yes, your data is there. Why, sir, your data still it is there after deleted also? Any reason? Any reason? Yeah, reason is there. What is the reason? We are not committed. We are deleted, okay. But what I'm saying here, deleted data, deleted from your database. And the data where it is under RAM memory. Yes or no? Under RAM location. So now, but I'm not committed. So not committed means it is a temporarily deletion. Without commit, directly I'm closing my Oracle connectivity. Then what happened? Your data again restoring into your database. Restoring into your database. Because of reason we are not committed. Okay, now, suppose we want to, I deleted guys. Again, I'm deleting branch where B code is equals to 1021. Deleted. Deleted data, where it is now? Come on, guys. Deleted data, where it is now? Instance memory. Now, what I want to do from instance memory also, I want to delete. From instance memory also, I want to delete. Then what I want to use? What I want to use? Yes, committed. Now I'm committed. Committed means what happened? Your data deleted from database. Okay, first one. And deleted data storing under instance memory. And from that instance memory also, I deleted by using which command? Commit command. Now tell me. Now your data is not there in database memory. Your data is not there in instance memory. Okay, now because from instance memory also we deleted by using commit command. So that means what happened? My data is not in database. My data is not in instance. That means, can I say it is a permanent deletion? Now, after committed, now I'm closing my Oracle. So I close it. My Oracle is closed. Again, I just come out and to open my Oracle database. Again, same as usual, we are connecting. Now I'm calling. Tell me, guys, my data is there in the table. Now it is there in the table. No, it is not there. Why, sir, it is not there? Why, sir, it is not there? Okay, so now because of reason, here we committed. So once you committed, that is permanently deletion. So this is called as the idea commit operation, how it was working. So that means finally what you want to do, guys, here. Finally, what you want to do, when we insert suppose I'm passing branch table, sending values, some inserting data, whatever it is. Okay, SBI. Okay, HYD. So after that, compulsory, we should make it commit. Then only that is permanent. When you did update branch set branch location is equal to where B code is equals to 1021. Then if you want to go for commit, then only permanently update. Next one is delete from branch. Okay, so where branch code is equal to 1021. And when you committed, then only permanently deleted. So that means explicit commit transactions are nothing but These operations are committed by user. After every DML operation, we should go to committed. Then only your operations are permanently performed, permanently storing the data, permanently updating the data, and permanently deleting the data. Okay, now this is one. So here individually, every operation individually you can commit. This is one scenario. Okay, now this is one scenario. Okay, one example. Individually committed. Otherwise, so somebody is asking to us, sir, can I commit these all operations at a time? Okay, now can I commit all operations or not? For example, let you come back to your database. Okay, so here branch table is there. Okay, now let you see. First, I'm inserting one record. So insert into branch, sending values of 1021 SBI HYD. Okay, now after that I committed. After that I committed. So committed means my inserting data is permanently stored, right? Insert data is permanently stored. So now that was, I'm calling now my table branch. It's permanent. Data I committed, na? So I just now committed. So that means it is a permanent storage. On this permanent storage of data, okay, now continuously I will perform our DML operations. Okay, again you can see. Again, one more record I'm inserting now. Branch, sending values 1022, HDFC, and taking Mumbai. Okay, this is one record I inserted. After that, I am updating. Update branch set B location is equals to Mumbai to I was replaced with Chennai, where B code is equals to 1021. 1022. Okay, now 1022. So now I'm going to done this one. Next one, I'm deleting. Delete the branch where B code is equals to 1021. I deleted. So inserted, updated, deleted. After did this all operations, let you come back and see your table. Now observe that whatever we did, insert, update, delete, these three operations are successfully performed on my table and final output. Is it right? Every operation is performing. Carefully observe. Carefully observe and identify. Every operation is performed. What happened, guys? Every operation is done. What we done, just observe. 1022 we inserted. Okay, inserted. 1022 inserted. Right? And 1022 only, the location I was changed here, Mumbai to Chennai. Yes, Mumbai to Chennai changed. And 1021, I deleted. Yes, 1021 already there, na? That is deleted. So that means, because 1021 is deleted. Yes or no? So now deleted. And finally, this is showing in my table. Okay, this is showing in my table. But whatever the three operations I did continuously, now tell me, these three operations are permanently performed or temporarily performed? What do you say? Is it permanently performed or temporarily performed? Temporarily performed. Okay, now suppose if I'm not committed these three operations, okay, I'm just going to closing my Oracle connectivity. When I close my Oracle connectivity, what it was happened, you can say this is your permanent data. Carefully observe. 1021 has SBI Hyderabad is a permanent data, right? Now I'm closing this. I close my Oracle connectivity, right? Again, I'm connecting again. Okay, na? Now again, I'm going calling my table. Tell me, now which record is there? 102 or 1021? What is your expectation? Your old data is there, or after whatever we performed your operations, new data was there? Old data. Okay, let me see. Yes. What again it is showing old data 1021 SBI Hyderabad is showing. But 1022 HDFC Chennai is not there. So that means what we did continuously insert, update, and delete. There's three operations we performed, but these three operations are temporarily performed. So are you understanding concept now? So that are you understanding concept? Your DML operations are permanent or temporary by seeing of this example. Yes. Okay, now what I'm doing here, observe. Same thing I'm doing now. Insert into branch, sending values 1022, HDFC, Mumbai. Okay, temporarily inserted. Update branch, set. Branch location is equals to Chennai, where branch code is equals to 1021. Okay, na? That is also done. So delete from branch where branch code is equals to 1021. Oh, 1021 I changed it. 1021 location I updated. Chennai, Hyderabad to Chennai, right? Then 1021 I'm deleting. Okay, now you're careful observe operation. Okay, now there is no confusion now. Come on, guys. There is no confusion here. 1022 insert a new record. 1021 branch location Hyderabad to Chennai changes, and again 1021 only deleted. Okay, okay, fine. Now after performing insert, update, delete, now I'm making commit. So after performing insert, update, delete, I'm making commit. It means that now tell me, now these three operations are committed or else last one is committed. All DML operations are committed here or only last one is committed? What is your guessing? So what is your guessing, guys? All are committed, huh? Very good. So many people thinking that, sir, last one is committed, sir. No, not at all. All are committed. All are committed because after doing insert, update, delete, when you make it committed, all are committed. After committed, yeah, committed is done now. Now we can come to your final output of this table. 1022 HDFC Mumbai. Okay, 1022 HDFC Mumbai. Okay, now I will take this complete because later don't confuse. I'm keeping this example too. Now what happened, you can see. All are committed. All are committed means this is my final output, the final result. Okay, let you close your connectivity. Yes, I close my Oracle. Again, I just open it. Come back here. Yeah. Now tell me, which record is there? 1021 SBI or 1022 HDFC? Yes, 1022 HDFC. So that means your all operations are committed. So at a time, your all operations should be committed. Otherwise, individually also committed. So here are two examples I'm showing. Every individual DML operation is committed. Insert, commit, update, commit, delete, commit. Okay, now? Otherwise, insert, update, delete. These three operations also you committed. Okay, so in that way, you can go to use your commit transaction. Okay, this is one command. What is our second command, guys, in this? Rollback. Rollback. What is rollback, sir? Rollback command is used to cancel a transaction. To cancel a transaction. Okay. So whatever the transaction is nothing but operation you perform on a table, that transaction, that operation, I want to cancel it. Okay. Cancel means what now? Okay. Complete your operation is cancel and taking previous positions. Okay. And this rollback, how it is working, guys, means rollback is similar to undo operation in your files. Similar to undo operation in your file. I think all of you know this undo. Guys, what does it mean by undo? I'm telling rollback is similar to undo. But what is the use of undo in your files? Now your file is there. Now your one file is there. Yeah, here undo is there. In my text file, can you see undo? Undo means what happened, guys? Undo means what now? We will get back the previous position. Yes or no? I don't want to give much explanation on this. Undo means we will get the previous position. Simply we can say yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Yes. So that means simply present position is cancelled. Present position is cancelled and get back to previous position. Present position is cancelled and get back to previous position. So whenever you want to cancel our present position and I want to go my previous position in the document, we are using undo operation. We are using undo operation. So same as rollback is also. Same as rollback is also. But here one clarity I will give to you guys because some people are having a little bit confusion. What is the clarity here? Previously we discussed, did you remember? Flashback also we discussed. Here commands are there, always remember. One is a flashback, one is a rollback. But so many people thinking what now? Flashback and rollback both are same. But not. If both are same means both are comes under T-cell language commands now. My point understand? But flashback is not comes under, it is a T-cell because we said T-cell commands are only 3 commands, transaction commands. Commit, rollback, save point. So that means what you understand guys here, flashback is a different. Okay, rollback is a different. If rollback, flashback both are same means, then why the people introducing again rollback in T-cell language? Just logically think. Flashback already there. Then why the people are using rollback in T-cell language commands? If they introducing rollback in T-cell language commands, it means that there is a differences there now. Otherwise, why should we want to introduce here? Point is getting now. So that's why flashback, rollback different. What is the different here? Flashback command we are using. Okay, it is used to restore a table into database memory. Very, very, very important point. Flashback we are using for what purpose? Restoring a table into where? Into database. Rollback is purpose is what now? Is used, suppose you can say, even though like this also you can say, as per your confusion, restore data into table. Now different understanding now? Is that no guys? Come on. Okay, now? So flashback, use it to restoring a table into database. See here, into database. Rollback is used to restoring the data into table. So that's why this clarity I'm giving to you. Don't confuse guys. Okay, now? So this is what a rollback and flashback different. Now, rollback, how it is working, one example you can see. Come to, yeah. So this is present my table position. In my branch table, I have one record 1022 HDFC Mumbai. This is present data and permanent data. Yes or no? This is present data and permanent data. Okay, right. Exactly on this position, I'm using one operation, delete from branch. B code is equal to 1022. 1022. Now, what I'm doing here on the permanent data, 1022 is a permanent data. It is a database memory data. It's a permanent. That data, I am trying to delete it. What happened, guys? Command is not properly. Oh, sorry, where condition we missing now? Delete from branch, where condition. So where B code is equal to 1022. So now this record, I'm deleting, guys. Okay, now deleted. But deleted means what I said, this is temporary deletion or permanent deletion? Temporary deletion. So that means when I come back to my table branch, what happened? Data is not there. Okay. So now data deleted, right? Deleted. So deleted, but deleted data is not a permanent, it's a temporarily deleted. And this 1022 deleted data, where it is 1022 deleted data, where it is, guys? Come on. Where it is? Yes, in your instance memory. In your instance memory. Okay. That means still my data is not permanently deleted. Still my data is there. But where it is there means in our instance memory it was there. Okay, now right. So now what I'm doing here, instead of commit, now I'm using rollback. Instead of commit, because commit means permanently deleted. Rollback means what I said, whatever the transaction we perform, this transaction is cancelled. That means the delete operation, whatever we perform, the delete operation is cancelled. And now tell me, when delete operation is cancelled means your data automatically restoring into your table now? Yes or no, guys? Whatever we performing delete operation, the delete operation, what I'm doing here, I'm cancelling. So when delete operation which I performed, that I'm cancel here. When I cancel means, now tell me your data deleted or not deleted? Come on, guys. This operation is cancelled. This operation is cancelled means your data deleted or not deleted? Yes, not deleted. Not deleted means, now see, rollback is done. Rollback is done means this operation is successfully cancelled. Successfully cancelled, right? Cancel means what happened? Again, whatever the data I deleted, again the data is restoring into my table. Now see, your data restoring or not? Select star from branch. Got it? Your deleted data restored? So that means my previous position, whatever my previous position, the previous position, again, I got it. That means it's a clear to undo now. It's a clear to undo now. Yes or no, guys? It's a clear to undo now. Yeah. So present position cancel. Again, it is going back previous position. So and data successfully we restored it. Okay, right. So this is what, guys, here, rollback transaction. Okay. So whenever you want to cancel your transactions and get back same position, get back your previous position, there you can use a rollback. And rollback is similar to undo operation. Okay, now. But here, one very, very important point is there. Okay, observe. But remember, it's one very, very point. But once we commit a transaction, once we commit a transaction, then we cannot roll back. It's very, very, very important point. Once we commit a transaction, then rollback is not possible. Rollback is not working. Okay, na? Because commit means what? Successfully, permanently done. That is a mean by commit. But once your transaction is committed, okay, na? After that, if you try to roll back, then it is not working. For example, let me see. So still I have a data in my permanent storage. Again, I'm using the delete command to delete this one. Okay, delete this one. After deleted, I just made it what? After deleted, I just made it what here? Commit. Commit means now tell me whatever data I am deleting from my table, this data now, which deletion? Permanent deletion or temporary deletion? Permanently deleted, right? So no data into database memory, no data into instance memory. So permanently deleted. So because I did commit, after commit, now I'm using what? Rollback. So rollback command is execute because this is a command. But this rollback internal operation is done or not done, you can say. Now I'm calling. Select star from branch. Tell me. Now your data restored. Your deleted data restored or not restored? No. Because of reason, we are committed. Yes. So that means what you understand, guys, here? Once your DML operation is committed, then there is no use of rollback. If you use rollback, the rollback is not working. The rollback is not useful. So now understanding this point, now? Now understanding this point, all of you? So that is what I'm saying here. But once we commit a transaction, then we cannot roll back. So these are the commit and rollback commands working nature, guys. Okay. And next one is called a save point, third command. So that save point we will see in tomorrow's session. So after save point, again, we are entering into one more new topic. Okay, now? Right, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much.